There we go, guys. We're back. We're unmuted. We're good to go. Beyond the sound is exactly what our job is here. We've got Hyper Glory Team up against LGD. Get excited, guys. It's time. We've got Hyper Glory Team taking game 1. Game 2 now coming your way. As we've got a Tusk pick. Pretty Hall going to be playing a support Tusk. The Nyx Assassin from last game. Tusker, AA, Weaver Trialing. This Trialing is freaking legit. There's so much killing power with the Chilling Touch Weaver. Combine that with a Snowball to break the distance. Combine it with Ice Shards to block the retreat. This is a scary bloody Trialing. Oh my gosh. I'm looking forward to seeing this Trialing in action as we'll hop ourselves in game now. And as for the LGD side, they've got a much more standard draft. Like this is... well, the Batrider not going to be going to the offlane, which is probably the slight deviation. But they've got Batrider, Darkseer, 2 solos. They're going to have a Spectre Trilane. Nothing out of the ordinary with them, but Trilane from HGT is looking beastly. And it's not going to be Weaver AA. Is this Weaver going safe lane solo? It looks like he might be. Centaur could be the offensive Trilane here. It's even better than the Tusk. The Tusk snowballing in a Weaver AA. Snowball in with the Centaur. Oh my gosh, I love it. He's gone Ice Shards level 1, but I definitely see a point in that Snowball once he hits level 2. Oh my god, this is scary. Oh. Let's see, Hyper Glory Team. I'll keep calling them how to get together every now and then when I forget, but it's time for battle. As Puck Kaka will be heading towards the mid lane on the Hyper Glory Team. We've got Pretty Hot on the Tusk. S playing the Ancient Apparition. XTT on your Centaur, and in the safe lane solo, it looks like ZSMJ. Your carry play for LG, well, former carry play for LG, now carry play for Hyper Glory Team. Great to see him back in that carry role. I'm looking forward to seeing him in action. As I will introduce LGD on the Radiant side. It's going to be Yao playing the offlane Darkseer. Batrider in the mid lane for Lin. The Trilane going to be composed of DD on the Sand King. Got Rabbit playing the Spectre and DDC on the Visage.
The battle begins.
Both teams chucking down a lane ward, and I think this actually got spotted. This ward giving some vision. Yeah, he sees the Visage move up, plant a ward, so I think HGT, if they have a sentry, can de-ward this, and they've got one ready to go. The other one up, I thought it was up top. Okay. Oh, I like this from Weaver. Blocking the big camp from Darkseer, because if this is a 1v1 against a Darkseer and he has the big camp, he pushes out the lane using the Iron Shell, he stacks this camp and then farms the stack, as well as getting the lane experience. Darkseer gets massive. Blocking this pull here is actually really important to do, and that's where I feel HGT have got a really clear, sound game plan right now with this draft of theirs. Tusk Centaur, here we go. They're going to say, look, good luck getting anything Spectre. They're going to de-ward now, and there we go. AA gets the last hit. He went for the deny on the ward DDC. 50 gold's a lot early on, so if you get the deny, well worth it. But top lane will be Weaver versus Darkseer. Fairly even matchup, I'd say. I'd say it's Darkseer favored if he has this camp here. If he can use this bull camp, it's definitely Darkseer favored. But the bull's been blocked, and I feel like that's where this is a much more even matchup.
As must be.
As for the bottom Trilane versus Trilane, that's where you look for action. Once Tusk gets level 2, you've got the Snowball available.
We will win this
Snowball
battle,
into a hoof
Centaur.
stomp, and people will die. It's still scary. You're going into a Sand King with an AoE stun, the Burrow Strike. Visage has Soul Assumptions as well, so it's still not that easy to go in and just take kills as you'd like to. Mid lane is going to be the Puck versus the Batrider. Another fairly even matchup. I feel all three of these lanes are really even contests. Like Weaver versus Darkseer, I don't give either of the two heroes a huge edge. Mid lane, Puck versus Batrider, I give maybe Bat a small edge, but even then, it's like Puck's not meant to out-farm heroes mid lane. He just needs to get his levels and get enough farm. He can always bottle Crow if he needs to. And this Trilane versus Trilane at bottom, I'd say fairly even as well. Oh, I think this is not... Did they de-ward this? It hasn't actually spawned. I'm wondering what was used to block it. They block. Did this sentry block it themselves? I think they maybe blocked it themselves. He misplaced the sentry because it's not spawning.
Haste.
I think it's either this sentry, maybe he body blocked it at the 2-minute mark, but I think it just isn't spawning. So without the pull, I think HGT actually, I give HGT a slight edge on this offensive Trilane. Mostly because even if they don't find kills, they've shot down the Spectre farm, and Spectre desperately needs farm early on. So, well, we'll see how this Trilane works out for LGD, but I just don't see Spectre being able to get any farm at all. The problem is he's a melee carry hero, which is where Centaur, melee hoof stomp, Tusk, needs to get also a melee hero. Like, that's where Spectre just cannot come up close to last hit. He'll struggle. Look towards top lane, 12 CS to 13, so they're fairly even. Batsing on 14 to the Puck's 11, so the two solo 1v1 lanes going even as expected. In the bottom tri lane, slight edge going the way of HGT. So we'll see what these supports look to do. They're Sanking just going for some straight up jungle here. Burrow strikes his way through. It's been pinged. It has been spotted by this observer. This gives vision like across the ravine. They see what's going on, and that's where Tuss says, "I'm just going to come in, take some experience, make sure it gets split 3 ways, including with himself." I assume this is a 3-way even split. I never, like in theory, it's like you're splitting between the 2 teams, so maybe you split the XP in half. But I think it's just going to be a 3-way split between Tusk, Sanking, and the Visage there. It's not like each team gets half, and then they split the half amongst themselves. So like Visage and Sanking get a quarter, and then Tusk gets half. I don't think that's how it would work. I don't know. I'm probably just overthinking it. Well.
Denied.
Centaur at bottom lane. He's taking the farm. He's going to have such a fast blink dagger. This is going to be scary when he gets his blink up. ZSMJ at top lane. 20 CS to the 19 of the Darks here. He's doing just fine. Why are we counting in our stream chat? Why are we counting? Who counts? That's so 1990s.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Come on, guys. Where are BTS mods at? Well, yeah, he's got this camp now. So this is where this lane, not so much gets. It gets better for him, I guess. But he get more than anything, he's gonna get more farm now. We're gonna pull, drop the Iron Shell, and get some extra farm. Doesn't actually get the stack off because it was just the it wasn't the right timing. But actually, oh, he loses vision. That's a bit of a loss for him. Not what he was hoping for. Oh. As things stand here, we've got a pretty neutral 1v1 lanes, but this trial lane's really doing a wonder on this Spectre's farm. He's got just boots now to go with his magic stick. This magic stick was not that value of a pick. I think he started with it thinking he was going to... Well, I don't know who's thinking he was going to be. He's probably expecting an offlane Centaur, but once they see the Tusker there, offensive trial lane definitely not too crazy of a thought. And we haven't seen Tusker come into play yet, but boy will we soon. Snowball is ready to go. Blink. I think XCT just rushes Blink. You buy that Blink, no boots. You go naked Blink because you get an initiation with a stun. Spectre's dead. They're going to go with an Ice Shard team. No. Oh, they're going to snowball in. This will be essential with a hoof stomp here. Then you be careful. The Sankey, they set up for a Burrow Strike. Going to catch out too. Rabbit goes in with a dagger, but these melee heroes so tanky. DDC's now the one being focused down. Here's going to be Puck showing up. Olbs on through, catches 3. The Waning Rift as well. They've got 1. Can they get more here? Rabbit's being called up. Kaka gets the level 6, I think because of that kill. Now the Sanking get hoofed up on the Ice Shard transfer him off. 3 kills go the way of Hyper Glory team. The Tusker Centaur offensive trial lane doing wonders here in the bottom lane. They've got themselves a 3-kill lead right off the bat here. 5.5 minutes in. Boy, oh boy. We're in for a treat of a game here. Centaur with a 6-minute blink dagger now. He wants to kind of hide. I don't think he wants to show this one, but at the same time, he needs backup. He needs teammates to get any kills with this. He's leeching XP, not actually going in. Oh, he's going to reveal it now. Okay, so he says, look, I want more farm. I want my boots. He needs his boots, so he's going to go back out into lane. Reveals the fact he has the blink dagger, but even so, the blink is up. That's the big thing here. Puck's back mid. He's hit level 7 now with the help of that gank. Your Batrider, he's not looking... He's got no blink yet. Whew. Well... 6-minute blink. Game on. For our Hyper Glory team, at least. For LGD, they're thinking, please have some mercy. And ZSMJ is doing fantastic at this top lane. 36 CS to the Darks is 34. And this is what you'd hope for, I would say, from your Weaver. If you're on the LGD side, you're thinking, well, ideally our Darksy maybe slightly comes out on top of this lane. And he hasn't done so. Centaur's now come top lane. He needs to maybe... I think he just wants to blink out. I think it was... Well, Darkseid maybe spotted the rotation. I'm not sure. He TP'd in and then, like, blinked to the trees. That may have been spotted. He's going to blink his way out. There's a big stack here, actually, which you can maybe consider farming, but... he's waiting for the Darkseid to come back top. It looks like Yao maybe spotted the TP or realizes something's up, because he's completely left the top lane. Smart decision from him. The Tusk and the AA are going to take bottom lane. We saw this last game. Once Pretty Horse Farmer in his lane gets his core items or core levels, he takes over the farm in the lane. So he's going to maybe get some experience in farming this bottom lane. At the same time, he says, look, this lane, we can't really, this isn't working. Let's swing mid. Batrider has Blink Dagger and Smoke. And right now, HGT are just unable to find too many kills. They're roaming around, but LGD just avoiding them. The Darkseer leaves top lane at the right time. The Batrider's just heading home at the right time.
Tower is under attack.
And this Tusker Centaur haven't found kills despite having this blink on the Centaur. At 6 minutes in, it's been 2 minutes without a kill. Which doesn't sound... It sounds like a very short duration, but that first blink dagger, you want to get kills right away. And that's what Batrider's going to look to do. He's got blink and smoke. Blinks himself forward, and he's going to probably smoke momentarily and go look to help out either bottom lane for the Spectre or mid lane. Get a kill on the puck. This spec is only seeing on 19 CS. He's struggling. Just gets his face boots up now. And no smoke just yet from Batrider. He wants to go for one more farm. He's got himself a double stack here, which he says he'll farm that first. But this puts Firefly on cooldown, so we'll have to wait for that to come back up. Smoke from HGT. They've brought in Puck and Centaur. This bottom lane is not a safe place to be. Oh, blink stun. That's a dead Spectre. Sand King, don't go in. Oh, he's revealed himself. Oh no. He burrow strikes out. That's going to break the stun here. He's got no TP as well. DD. More like dead. And, well, they get the D-word on the Observer as well. Really easy gank for them. They blow up the Spectre. And Sand King, he should have just remained hidden. He poked his nose out to try and go help. And then he quickly realized, oh no, let's retreat. Let's not do this. But he'd already shown himself. He just got in sight. Gave HGT the scent. And then they pounced on him. They threw a Dream Call blindly, knowing that Sand King was there. And, well... And you get the kill, and now a tier 1 tower possibly to follow. 5-0 early on. The Centaur Tusker lane doing some work here. Pretty Hawk going to get lasted up at the bottom lane. That's a TP in from Yao. They're going to sack him. Snowball getting used, and I think smart there. That's where HGT say, look, you pick up hero, we let him die. And that's what Sand King should have done with the Spectre. The problem is when it's your carry hero, your immediate instinct is, let's try and save him. Because if you do save him, it's well worth it. But there was no way the Spectre could have been kept alive there at bottom. This Spectre, you've got to go Vanguard this game, I feel. You need anything to just get raw HP. Or at least the Vitality booster for the HP. Maybe you go Drums, but you need just survivability against a lineup like this. So we'll see if it's going to be like rush a Bracer for your Drums, or you need to rush the Vitality booster, I feel. You can't go bring a health burst in this. You need just raw HP. He's seeing on below 700 HP, and this is going to be against a Puck Blink as well as Centaur Blink in a second. Puck orbs through. I mean, look at this. He just loses so much HP from that. And Tusker's now here at the bottom lane as well. So if Puck blinks in, level 8, so there's a lot of damage output. Rabbit could be in some trouble. I think with the Tusk, they can get this kill. They're going to try and get it fast. They're going to go blinking in. Rabbit gets silenced up. The Ice Shards is there as well. There's your stun. Going to use a Dream Coil. I think they need the Dream Coil. Oh, it's being used. Rabbit now. Oh, he breaks the coil. I think he was dead anyways there, but you're going to just... try and wait. It's one of those things where you're trying to wait for you're trying to run out of the coil range as the coil expires. So if you slightly mistime it, go half a second too soon, you stun yourself and it looks bad like that. But if you time it perfectly, you run out of the coil range as the coil disappears and you maybe escape. So I think that's what it was kind of trying to do there, but that's another kill on the Spectre. And they get out. Oh, they're not. Oh, Pretty Hole may knock it out. Soul Assumption, that's going to be kill. Oh, look at that. He even spends his gold. He didn't lose any gold there. He kept the reliable gold, bought a Bracer and wards. Really nicely played. Quick reactions. As Lin's going to go looking. Does he show himself with this? He's going to catch out Kaka. I don't know if they can get this kill. Orb. Okay, well, just barely. Spectre to horn in for it. That's he definitely wasn't getting that kill solo. That's a really big kill as well, killing off a Puck. This Observer Ward for HGT didn't spot the Batrider. He started using Firefly like here, around here. And this ward on the other side of the trees. So they do get the kill on the Puck. The entire time though, ZSMJ is just free farming away. This guy is just having a hell of a time at top lane. He's almost got a Lincoln Sphere. We're looking at like a 13, 14 minute Lincoln. And you compare that to this Spectre who is suddenly, well, he's got a kill. He actually got the last hit in that one. He's got 1100 gold if he wants to buy that Vitality boost I was talking about. He probably just wants to do anything for HP, like upgrade your Magic Wand, Kaka, Dream Call at bottom lane. He's got backup coming. The Tusker's nearby. Is he near enough? The Snowball not going to reach, so may have gone in too soon. Centaur going to throw a Stampede, but it's not going to help, so I think he just jumped the gun a bit there. He needed to wait till Tusker was closer. That was one of those things where I think he's thinking, okay, I can Dream Call him, and Spectre will not run. You're trapped in the Dream Call, like you have this little circle which you can stay inside, unless you want to break the Dream Call, which is what Spectre did. Spectre was smart. He said, look, I'll stun myself because you've got no backup. And I don't care if I take some damage to get stunned up, because you've already used all of your initiation and all of your damage output. So smart play from Spectre just to realize he can break the coil and run. If he stays there in the Dream Coil, Tusker catches up, gets a kill. Well, HGT, he's got Tranquil Boots to go with his Blink Dagger now. See if Batrider has to keep getting kills. He's got Iron Shard now. He's looking for another Blink Blast to go once again. Kaka be the one getting initiated on. Ice Blast going to go flying through. The Ice Shard's off the mark. DD now. He's in some trouble. Snowball, it reaches him. Gets the stun. Sentinel's Blink on cooldown for another second or two. He gets hit by a wall now as well. No Blink for you. Really nicely placed wall here now. Batrider's looking for more. Looks like Pretty Horde will go down. A couple kills going the LGD's way. The LGD camp's only in a much better position. There is a blink from the Sentinel. He blinks away from a Spectre Horn. Illusion will catch up to him. TP mid actually cancelled by Weaver. I think realizing they're not going to fight this one. He wants to keep free farming. And that 14-minute Lincolns we're talking about, it's coming in just a sec. But once again, this Batrider setting up kills. This is where you see Batrider as your more staple initiator. Compared to something like a Tusker, which is much more of a niche pick. Much more reliable from a Batrider. Centaur is good, but
top tower
it's the Batrider. Every time this lasso's up, he's getting kills for his team. He so far has kept LGD in this game, Lin. They're still down a kill. The gold's still in HGT's favor as well. And we just haven't seen Weaver fight. That's really the scary thing. And there's your Lincoln Sphere, so ZSMJ will fly that out to him just now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
HGT are constantly fighting just with 4 heroes, and that's where they're not doing as good as they were earlier on. The Batrider's able to find these openings to get kills. The Iron Shell Batrider is actually pretty damn scary. And now there's also a mech up on Darkseer, so the LGD teamfight gets a whole lot scary. They do find once again the Spectre. Kaka teaming up with Pretty Horde, and the Spectre finding nothing on the map. He's actually gone back for a Bracer, so it'll be Bracer Magic Wand. He will be going what looks to be a Drums build, or at least a casual Bracer. Darkseer now in a bit of trouble, but he's got the mech if he needs it. They're going to use a lasso here on Pretty Horde, and HGT saying goodbye, my friend. They're really good about this. Like, it looks like they're just ditching teammates, but they're constantly just saying, look, if he's dead, he's dead. Weaver now going to show up. He's got time lapse if he needs it. He's not going to need Ice Blast, going to catch out a lot of these heroes. The SMJ may need a time lapse out of this. He does do so. Heals himself back up. Weaver now. Oh, is he going to go back in? Puck's going to be a little bit careful. Going to kill for Familiar. That's a nice boost in gold. They get a couple more kills on the Bat as well as the Darkseer, and now the chase is on. ZSMJ maybe goes on this Familiar. It does have the Stomp. It's not going to get a chance to use it. ZSMJ kills 2 Familiars. That's almost as good as a hero kill. Not to mention these Familiars, they're on cooldown. 2.5 minutes without Familiars. Oh boy, what a disaster for LGD. ZSMJ hasn't shown up to any action until now. When he shows up, he makes sure he does so in a big way. Gets 2 assists for his team. Kills off 2 Familiars. And now we're suddenly looking at Hyper Glory team back in control of this game. This Spectre still no farm to him. We're not looking at a Radiance anytime soon. I don't even think you go Radiance at this point. I think Rabbit just considers going completely different items. Get a Drums into Diffusal Blade maybe, or a Drums Manta, whatever you can just to maybe tink up a bit. Mech is going to be the item of choice for XTT. We don't really have any other good mech buys, and I like the mech on Centaur. With the no mana cost Double Edge and Blink, he only needs his mana for Stampede and Hoofstomp, so he's actually got mana to play around with to use a mech. Especially if you have the Magic Wand, which he does, so he'll have that extra boost in mana during a team fight. Which will help him just get off that 1 extra stun. Like, you initiate with a stun and a Stampede in the mech, and that's most of your mana. That's 350 mana to use all 3 of your spells. The problem is then you don't have a second stun, but that's where your Magic Wand comes in. In a team fight, you'll get like another 10 to 15 charges. You pop that, you have a Hoof Stomp, not to mention a bit of heal. So this is just a really strong Centaur build. It works out pretty perfectly as far as the synergy goes with your items and skills. I think LGD they've picked up a gem now. That's the big thing which we see here for DDC. He realizes they need vision for the Weaver. They need map control on their side. At the same time, if you lose this gem, it's like all over almost. This gem to me is like a big Hail Mary play almost in some ways. Batrider's going to TP top for the tier 2, but I don't think they're going to be able to defend the tier 1.
Top tower is under attack.
Maybe if Darkseer TP's on the front lines, but I don't think they want to do that. There's a Blink Centaur stun. They're just positioning himself to defend the tier 2. They'll hide in the trees for now, maybe. No, they're not even going to push the tier 2. They say, let's back off, play it a bit safer. HGT realized that Weaver's got Treads Lincolns, but his actual damage output until he has that Desolator is not all that impressive or scary yet. thanking, trying to farm his Blink Dagger up. Whistling that oh-so-familiar song. Darkseer now, he's on his way top. Gonna scout just a puck illusion, nothing much to it. And Weaver, ZSMJ still farming 125 CS. Ooh, Batrider. I don't... Yeah. Okay, he actually 4-staff... No, he didn't 4-staff break the Lincolns. He used the 4-staff himself. I'm not sure. I think he's just trying to scare the Weaver. Wasn't actually looking for a kill. He wasn't really doing too much, so just some mind games maybe coming out. As HGT going to rotate themselves down towards his bottom lane, sitting behind Centaur. Centaur getting close to a mech now. He's only level 8 though, so just the 3 points in the stun. Not that it doesn't scale that amazingly, the stun. It's only a quarter of a second extra stun at each level. Bit of extra damage though.
Dire's middle
Not
tower
sure what the
is
plan is
under
for
attack.
LGD. They've been decent at getting back in the game just by Blink Lasso gank
Dire's
like
middle
one by
tower
one.
has fallen.
They get a T1 tower made with the help of the familiars, and you can see Lin, he's 0, 1, and 5, but those 5, that's 5 of the 6 kills for this Radiant team. Every time he's had the Blink Lasso, he's got a kill. This is goddamn chaosing team. The Spectre chaosing the puck at bottom lane, the Darkseer Iron Shell, I think, getting a couple of those kills, because often he's Iron Shelled up, so... Lin hasn't been prioritizing getting the kills himself, but he's got a lot of farm. He's been the one sort of most keeping them in this game right now. ZSMJ, 1200 gold. It looks like they want to just go this tier 1 tower. Won't be the easiest thing in the world to do. You at least have to be a bit careful. I'm not sure what... HGT have a bad base-breaking lineup until they get that Deso and Weaver. They'll find an Invis rune for the puck here. I think they want to try to take team fights and maybe go for ganks. The problem is, if they gank us 5, it's too obvious. They need to go, like, send out 2-man gank squads. Like, Centaur plus puck, Weaver plus 1, or whatever it may be. Like, and throw Ice Blast there, because Ice Blast can come in from anywhere. So that's where I think they go for, like, a 3-man push, and have 2 heroes off trying to gank someone like Spectre. Like, sure, Spectre's at a tier 2 tower, but a puck plus Centaur can kill Spectre. Puck alone could probably kill this Spectre with an Ice Blast. It's a level 11 puck, so I think if they went on this Spectre with an Ice Blast, I think that should be a kill. And that's where I feel HGT are just slowing down and giving LGD a bit too much space to work with right now. Have 4 heroes showing on the map pushing, and then have 1 hero going for those kills with the Ice Blast. For now, though, at the same time, they're farming for some pretty big items. Like, you're going to have a mech soon on the Centaur. They'll work on an Aghanim Scepter for the AA. Puck's going to probably pick up an Ultimate Orb to work on something like a Hex. And then the Desolator, of course, for ZSMJ. And yep, he picks up his first Mithril Hammer, so a bit under halfway there. And LGD, are they going to get upset here by Hyper Glory team? That would be quite the shock, I would say. Well, but now, it looks like they're going to meet towards this middle lane. LGD position on the high ground. They can find a fast pickup here. The Blink Lasso is there on XCT. They're trying to try burst him down fast. He's got a Stampede. He can get out. Burrow Strike to follow. Perfect chain stun being used. Ice Blast going to go as well. Puck taking a lot of damage. There's your snowball forward. They've lost the puck as well. Pretty Hole now in the front lines. He's the 3rd casualty. LGD with the perfect initiation. They burst down the Centaur before. He actually got the Stampede off in the end, but he died as he uses it. 3 heroes on the sidelines. Weaver's still alive, but that's where HGT's team fight is...
Dire's
if they get jumped on, they get
attack.
destroyed. It's set. Batrider starts with a lasso, sets up the Darkseer for a wall plus vacuum. The Sanking for Burrow Strikes, and he's also got a Blink Dagger now as well on the Sanking. DD didn't even need to use his Epicenter. And we saw his Sanking the other day. When LGD beat DK, it was all on the back of DD's Sanking. He plays a pretty beastly Sanking as far as his timings are concerned. And DDC's gem has really been paying off. He's managed to get his team a lot of map control. He's not done yet. Finds another Observer Orb. We'll take that one out as well. S is just getting frustrated with this. Looks like ZSMJ. Ooh, DDC. He's got a TP scroll. He sees Weaver coming, but it looks like Weaver just going to focus on down these familiars instead. Is it going to be a resummon? Probably should resummon. He's only got 1 familiar. He may as well start the cooldown as soon as possible. And no, why you feed? Feed an extra 100 gold. No need to do that, DDC. Not to mention, like, you want to start this cooldown as early as possible, so just resummon those ASAP. As soon as you lose that first one, resummon. But there's a lot going on in his mind. He was also worried about potential heroes coming in to gank him when he's got a gem. Probably isn't... You can't always have 100% of your attention on those familiars. Got Weaver, ZSMJ now getting up to his 2nd Mithril Hammer if he wants to buy that in 50 gold. No need to save for buyback at this stage of the game. He needs damage output, and He's doing great. He's 169 CS, 170 now. 10k net worth. He's ahead of any of these Radiant heroes. But the problem is, these Radiant heroes are suddenly caught up and overtaken Puck in the center after these last couple team fights. LGD are actually almost back to even. They're ahead on experience. They're slightly behind on gold. Their team fight just proven to work wonders. And this is where having a more standard mid-game lineup with the Sanking Visage nukes, with a Darkseer team fight, with a Batrider initiation, and then the Spectre as your traditional carry, pays off. And Rabbit's going to have a Radiance. This Radiance is going to be huge. He's still fairly squishy with a Radiance, but the Radiance is just a segue item onto his bigger items. Not to mention just having actual damage output in the team fight. And this Centaur XTT, he's been working on this mech forever. He had a 6-minute blink dagger. Like, let me remind you, XCT had a 6-minute blink dagger, and here he is, 24 minutes in, only now getting his mech. It took him 18 minutes to farm a mech. Sure, he had to get his boots, his magic wand after that blink dagger, but at the end of the day, these are small, 500-ish gold items. And only now has he finished the mech.
Tower is under attack.
So I think HGT have been putting too much emphasis on trying to team fight and roam around the map, and they haven't been farming efficiently as all. ZSMJ are the only one who's actually been consistently fight this game. And that's something where I feel if HGT just backed off, farmed out items, even like an Aghanim Scepter on the Ancient Apparition, would make a big difference right now. But they have got the Desolator for the Weaver, so that's a start for them, their fight. They've got mech as well now. That'll help the Centaur stay alive in these clashes as well. But imagine if this Centaur had been farming more of this game. He could have had this mech a good 6-7 minutes ago, and he could start working on a BKB. He definitely needs a BKB this game against Sanking, Visage, Batrider, all these heroes. This is a BKB game for sure. He hasn't had time to build any of those components, though. Well. Now it looks like HGT want to consider going for Roshan here. There is a Radiant Observer Ward just on the other side of the river, spotting a lot of this action now. And there's your Radiance, as well as a Dark-Tip BKB. Yowers. This is where, like, you get these big items on your teamfight heroes, your utility heroes. Like, if this was, like, Dark-Tip with a BKB, means he can stay alive. He doesn't have to worry about the Blink Hoof Stomp as much, and even just stuff like the Tusker Initiation, the Puck Dream Call, the Puck Waning Rift. This BKB makes a big difference, and that's something which I feel HGT will look at this game and be like, well, like, their Darkseer farmed and actually had a big impact in these fights. Centaur, he tried to teamfight, didn't find anything, and the fact he hasn't farmed that much is really hurting him. He's 2k plus net worth behind the Darkseer right now. And he had an easy time. They won that offlane. He was farming away. Here we go. LGD realizing Roshan's going down. They want to come and contest this one. Spectre has a haunt with that Radiant. It's like HGT realized they've got to be very careful. May need to back off here. Weaver wants to go in first. Yeah, I'm going to take quite a bit of damage here. They force out the BKB. Nicely played. Puck blinks in. Orbs out just to scare the Darkseer into using that BKB. That was actually really nicely played. They were never going to kill him there. But the best case scenario is you force a BKB and he doesn't get to use the BKB at all. LGD, they could still try and take this fight if they were really feeling like they had to contest Roshan, but I think they feel like, okay, it's not essential. We can give them Roshan. Weaver will have an Aegis. Actually, there's her initiation. Centaur's going to bring down Yao. Without the BKB, he goes down. The Epicenter comes in, but it's a bit too late from DD. He's going to get one kill. They killed the Centaur. They killed the Puck now as well. Looks like Batrider only barely alive. ZSMJ going to show up with the Chilling Touch. He hits and hits hard. The Familiar Sun's doing some work here. ZSMJ going to be brought down by a soul or something. There goes your Aegis. He's used time-lapse already. They've got the gem. They've got the vision. Biostrike to follow. ZSMJ's just straight up dead. What a disaster for HGT here in game number 2. It looked really bad for LGD because Darkseer got burst down. He didn't have his BKB, but Sanking DD once again, the hero of these fights. He shows up and shows up at just the right time with the Epicenter plus Biostrike. Rabbit also doing a lot of damage in that fight. He got multiple kills there, I want to say. As he's now suddenly on 2.2k gold, and this is where late game Spectre is a bit of a beast. Well. Rabbit's making his way towards this top lane. And he's... I'm wondering if he goes straight into, like... And he needs some survivability with this next item. Like, Manta Style gives you some. If you're going to go pure tankiness, you go to the Heart of Tarask right off the bat. So wait and see. Oh, he's going to get caught out. He's low on HP and mana. Centaur's nearby as well. They'll throw Dream Call. Rabbit may have just fed. The Ice Shard's not going to latch, but XCT is there with an Ice Blast as well. And we go. Snowballing over, and that's a kill on Rabbit. That was a bit sloppy from him getting caught out with no HP, no mana. Puck finding him and gets a kill for HGT. That's an important kill to get if they want to try and stay in this game. ZSMJ, what's he going to be thinking? I think he needs a BKB here. He's got decent damage output, but the BKB to stay alive against the AoE damage of the Sand King, the Visage nukes, the Radiance damage, the Dispersion damage, Bat Rider in general, with decent magic damage output. Sure, there's a lasso, but... Towards the mid lane, got HGT. Just posturing themselves, trying to get this tier 1 mid tower. They realize this is a pretty important pickup. Oh, this Gemini attack just insta-kills familiars. And ZSMJ, I think he's going for the second one. He gets on the high ground and gets a Gemini. He doesn't go for it. After one shot, well, like one Gemini shotting the previous one, so I thought he'd maybe just try to get the other familiar, but decides to play it safe back off. BKB also picked up by Lin now on the Bat Rider, so another big item pickup. Kaka's hit level 13, and this is... Puck actually, like, you want to get that fast level 10 so you can have the max Waning Rift plus Orb with your Dream Call. That's where you get a lot of killing power, but as far as survivability goes, you need to hit level 14. Max Phase Shift is where you can reliably use Phase Shift into Blink to escape and basically be near invulnerable. There's a few things that can prevent it, but hitting level 14 as a Puck for teamfights is pretty important as far as staying alive is concerned. So Kaka getting close to that magic number 14. Email top lane, looks like... Ooh. Rabbit dies! Ice Blast! Yikes! ZSMJ goes in and the Ice Blast to help out, so that's another kill on your Spectre. He bought an ultimate orb, so that's no buyback for him. And with that, HGT are pinging this mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They want to at least maybe try force out the... If they see Spectre buyback, they can always just retreat using the Stampede. Which is where I think they feel pretty safe, but at the end of the day, there's no Spectre buyback, so this is going to be given up for free. Tier 1 will go down. Bottom Tier 1 being harassed at. Ice Blast will slow down the push, and it looks like there was a TP in from your Tusk. Trying to see if they can bait anyone out to push a little further, but it's not going to happen. HGT are going to roam through the enemy jungle a bit here. It's just going to be the BKB coming out for ZSMJ on the Weaver. Hasn't finished it just yet. Meanwhile, Sand King working on a 4-star for himself. Well... Spectre back up now, so LGD are ready to teamfight. The double BKBs on their initiators. The Darkseer, the Bat. Darkseer also up to 2k gold, so we could see that Blink Dagger. Sell the Magic Stick and he's practically got it. XCT is not going for the BKB, he's going for a Cloak, so... A Pipe's really useful item in this game. Like, there's a lot of AoE damage from Sand King, from Spectre, but... If LGD want to kill someone with single target burst damage, they can. Like, that's where Pipe will not save you if they commit like a Lasso, Soul Assumptions, Burrow Strikes, etc., onto you. That's where I feel like you need the BKB. Pretty hard. What a troll. This is like, dude, what's wrong with you? Come on, man. USMJ just 1k gold away from his BKB now. And, well, Roshan, it's not coming up anytime soon if that's what HGT are thinking about waiting for. And LGD are actually they're going to be the ones to play their cards first. They're going to go for this T1 tower. Gets cliffed up, but HGT are not quite in range yet there. Look, going to just let it go. Puck's going to come in, look for a deny. Ooh, doesn't time it right. He all back, blinked forward, and then was going to just drawn himself out of there, but he didn't time it as well as he needed to. I think he was expecting LGD to actually send heroes onto the tower, but it was just the familiars with a whopping 10 damage, right-clicking away. And this is where defending this tier 2 bottom tower is always hard. I like this from AA. He's expecting Batrider to fly over these trees and come in. And that's exactly what Batrider's going to do. He gets scouted out. Not just Ice Vortexes, also the Frozen Sigil. I want to see if HGT make a defense of this tower. I think they should be able to. They have vision into the trees. That's the big thing. It's such a common route from the Batrider. They knew he's likely to do that. Where he almost needs to try find another path, like come in from a different side. That's a lot riskier. You're a lot more exposed over here to get flanked from possible HGT heroes. And if you get blink stunned, you don't get a chance to use your BKB. You just instantly die. And now Weaver has his BKB. He wants to go and fight. ZSMJ onto the front lines he goes. Just throws down a swarm. Ice Blast going to go flying as well. Darkseid does walk into it. He's going to be... Ooh, looks like LGD still want to fight. They realize Ice Blast is on cooldown. This time there's nothing to scout the Firefly over the tree. Careful, Pretty Whore. Frozen Sigil, it comes too late. Batrider's got the pick off. He's found Pretty Whore. That's going to be a dead Tusk. So Pretty Whore actually, no, he's still alive. He gets a Walrus Punch off. Stays alive a little longer before going down. There's your epicenter from the Sand King. DD doing some serious damage up, but Yao goes down in return. And Weaver the BKB, he's someone you have to watch out for. He focuses his attention on one of the familiars. 2-for-2 trade so far. DDC now on the run. ZSMJ wants to chase him without... he's got a TP scroll. Brings on the familiar first. Now he wants the kill here. It looks like DD will go down. The Ice Blast helping out for it. The gem's on the Batrider now, so it doesn't drop the gem, luckily. He loses the gem there. It's a big teamfight victory for HGT, but the BKB for Weaver meant that he could not be focused in that fight. Now we've got a Hex on Kaka as well, so the Puck getting his next big item up. Batrider got a good initiation. He found the Tusk. Tusk summoned his Frozen Sigil, but it was as the Batrider blinked on him. It gave a little extra slow on the Batrider, but Batrider still forced stuff out. They picked him off, set up a decent-ish team fight, but they just didn't have the ability to kill anyone off. The mech heal, the Stampede for the positioning for HGT. And I feel like that's where the fights at LGD won, was when they were lassoing the Centaur. Tusk is not that key of a hero in a fight, especially when his Frozen Sigil's already up. Frozen Sigil is already maxed out. This spell is ridiculous. 25% movement speed slow, 60 attack slow, and a big area of effect too. Very, very important skill to have in these team fights. That's why Batrider, like, well, someone almost needs to just focus down the Sigil. If you can kill it, it helps you out a lot in a team fight.
Regeneration.
Look towards HGT, maybe getting a bit more control once again. They were actually starting to fall behind. A couple, and you know, it started with a couple kills on this Spectre. Like, sure, that was a team fight that HGT won, but I think you look back to the 2 times Spectre got picked off. Once in the neutrals here by the Puck, and the next time the Weaver killing him with the AI Blast. I think you look at those 2 kills and say, so this Spectre would have a Manta style and almost like he would be halfway to a Heart of Tarrasque, I feel, if he hadn't died those 2 times. Those deaths really hurt Rabbit. Oh, they're looking for ZSMJ at bottom lane. There's a Hex going out. Lin does not get his BKB off with the Ice Blast here. They may be able to kill off Lin. Not going to go down just yet. He's going to shatter it. No, the Ice Blast missed him. The right click damage needs to be there. He's got a lasso off on ZSMJ. One more right click. Not even needing the Gemini attack. Sand King goes in with an epicenter, but Weaver just tanking this up, taking no damage at all. Blink Hoof Stomp going to finish off the Sand King. Buyback from your Batrider, but he's got no lasso for this fight. The chase is on ZSMJ. Not going to keep on chasing just yet himself. Tusk going to kill off a familiar. He's actually getting fairly low. Needs to be a bit careful. Meanwhile, on the sidelines, Spectre, oh, gets out of a Hoof Stomp luckily. If that Hoof Stomp lands, that may have been the death of him. Tusk's going to throw down some Ice Shards. We'll catch out DDC here, but he needs to regroup with his team. Earns up onto Kaka. He's got Hex once again. The Hex which started off the fight right, and is he going to go back in? Where's the Hex going to go? It looks like, oh, Rabbit gets over the trees here. Puck uses this Hex, but doesn't really do it to much avail. They haven't actually killed anyone off here, and they're losing heroes. They lose Puck as well as the Tusk. Centaur blinks in with a Stomp. There's a bit of damage here, but Weaver's SMJ's getting low. He's got no BKB. He's just going to run. Needs to maybe hightail it out of there. They're going to lose the Centaur as well. Now Weaver on the run. He does get spotted. There's a TP. The Flame Break going to cancel it. Those ZSMJs. Is he dead? Chikuchion out. Soul Assumption, Grave Chill, anything? Yep, that's a dead Weaver. At the bottom lane. The re-engage from HGT was nowhere near as clean as the initial engagement. Their initial engagement, when they went on the Batrider, they hex him up. They get him down to red HP. Even though they don't kill him, they take him out of the fight. The second re-engagement, they go in. I didn't even see who Puck hexed up, but it didn't seem like it was a very useful hex because they were just getting killed all over. And then you also had the Centaur who wasn't there with the blink stun. Centaur came in when the Puck and the Tusk were already dead. Couldn't afford to have that happen, unfortunately. And I think that's where you look at that and say maybe they should have just backed off completely. The AA was getting close to an Aghanim set, but they had a few sort of key items coming their way soon. Weaver's sitting on 2k gold, so they could have waited out, even for a pipe for XDT. But they overthink things and go back in, and they go and throw. Well, it's still anyone's game here. These BKBs on the LGD side will be getting shorter and shorter. The main thing is Spectre needs his next item, and he didn't die in that fight. That's the important thing for Rabbit. He stayed alive. He'll be starting to think about a Heart of Tarrasque fairly soon as Yao picks up a Mystic Staff. So not going to go for that Blink Dagger. Looks like he's completed the Shiver's Guard. So it'll help negate a decent amount of the Weaver's damage output. And As things stand for LGD, they're up 3 kills here. Oh, they found a lasso pickoff. It's going to be on the tusk once again. Pretty Whore. He's been caught out a lot. That's his 9th death of the game. Yikes.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So that T2 tower will fall to fall. It's going to get clipped up here, but I don't see HGT defending this one. They have got the Aghanim Scepter ultimate from your Ancient Apparition. S has the level 2 Ice Blast as well,
Dire's bottom tower
on top of the Ags upgrade.
fallen.
But no further pushes coming from LGD. LGD have not got the best base breaking lineup. Spectre not a good high ground pusher until he gets really farmed. Once he becomes too tanky to fail, that's going to come from like the harder Terras maybe. Picks up, yeah, Vitality Booster, working his way towards the hard, I imagine. Could get like a Diffusal first with just the casual Vitality Booster, but I don't really see him needing that Diffusal Blade desperately. And Yao, he's feeling so brave in this mid lane. He has got backup, and the thing is, he's got 4 heroes with him, and Rabbit at top lane can always haunt in. This is essentially all 5 mid, and they're going to go for this tier 2 tower. Does XCT dare going anywhere? It's actually going to be Lim once again, Fireflight up. He could grab XCT here. He'll do just that. There's your lasso. XCT still fairly tanky. He's going to be able to stay alive. He gets the Stampede off immediately. He wants to go in, hoof stomp on DDC. The wall is there, but there's no vacuum to follow, it looks like. BKB from Yao. He's keeping himself alive. Pretty Whore. Once again, getting very low. They killed the Visage to start things off here. They're standing by the wall as much as possible. And it looks like it's just going to be a 2-for-1 trade. And once again, a teamfight going LGD's way. The Spectre haunting in and giving his team enough to win the battle. Lin's almost got Lasso once again. This short cooldown, 50 seconds on Flaming Lasso, means that they can just keep on going. This Lasso is going to be up, and they'll be ready to get another pick off in a second. 12 seconds. Forces out the buyback from the Puck as well. Blink hoof stop off the mark. They were really hoping to use that buyback from Puck to maybe find a pick off, but it's not the case. And LGD say, well, we'll take your buyback and just back off and wait it out. This gets Rabbit up to 2.4k gold now after a couple neutral kills. He's really got himself back in this game. He's still behind the Weaver on net worth, but the Weaver is just not looking as scary. He's got so much crowd control to deal with, even with a BKB and Lincolns on himself. He's going to go into a crit now. And if he gets himself an Aegis, this is actually a really nice pickup. It's being pinged frantically by LGD. Without Haunt, I don't think they can stop this. Rabbit's going to have to just run his way there. He's going to kill some neutrals on the way, but I think they might be too late. Batrider has to go and has to go soon. Batrider's not here, Spectre's here, and they just get caught out of position. He simply gets himself the Aegis. LGD just were not ready to contest it, so a really smart play from HGT. Sneaked themselves into Roshan. Managed to pull one over LGD's head. So it does put HGT in a much better position for this next fight or two. They get a gem to go with the Ag Scepter on the AA. Anything to deal with potential sanking invis and just general dewarding here. At this stage of the game, map control is going to become crucial for both teams. Top lane, he's okay, he's got Boots of Travel. Let's say he hasn't got any gold. What's the XP bought? So Boots of Travel it is. Nothing else waiting for him at home. Just gives him the ability. It's kind of like the Haunt for Spectre. Being able to be anywhere on the map really helps out in the late game. Batrider, it's less global presence because you've got to have creeps there or something to TP onto, but still very useful just for also the split pushing, which I feel like you do need some of in the late game. Oh. Here we go. Tier 2 tower comes next. It's going to be defended by HGT. They've got Weaver on the front lines with the Aegis, and he doesn't have to worry too much about this one. He wants to maybe kill some of these familiars. There is no resummon for now, so yeah, with the swarm there. Oh god, these familiars just melt. He's going to get to it, looks like. Oh no, Lasso going to catch up Pretty Whore. Should be killing. He does get the Stampede off. Pretty Whore getting low, but he's not dead just yet. There's your Sanking initiation. He hasn't used the Epicenter though. He just went in with the Blink Burrow Strike. I don't even know if he's going to get a chance to use the Epicenter. Weaver's just doing so much damage on the backline. That's going to be a dead Visage by the looks of things with the AA Ice Blast helping out. He ends up going down, and Weaver and Puck, they force back LGD. It's a third kill. That's Spectre killing off the AA. Now Puck's going to go orbing up to the high ground looking for that Spectre. Not going to find him. This is getting killed off. They didn't realize he actually died to the AA Ice Blast. The last kill was on the AA. I think that was a Spectre illusion killing him. Spectre had him TP'd home, but yeah. AA goes down in the backlines. He drops a gem, which... Does the gem actually get picked up? It looks like Spectre walked away with it. Well, possible... Oh no, gem's been picked up by the Puck. Okay, so they recovered the gem. They're good. Well, a bit of a pause coming out here. As far as what the two teams want to do. You got a 5 kill advantage LGD's way, which is pretty much a meaningless number to some extent. Doesn't matter at all. You look at the experience, similar story. Experience and gold, both very even between the two teams. It's all coming down to the team fights. Who's getting the better engagement? And ZSMJ is going to have a daedalus. When he has that big crit, it gets really difficult. Some of these supports already melting in the team fights. And I don't know what happened to the Sanking there. He blinked in with a Burrow Strike, but he didn't go for an Epicenter. He never even got a chance to use it. He could have Epicenter then blinked in. I think he felt like he had to rush the Burrow Strike to get the stun off. He couldn't wait the, 2.5 seconds of channel time? Or 2 seconds of channel time. And he just wanted to get that the blink Burrow Strike off, and he never got to use the Epicenter. And that really... I think that was the one thing which really hurt LGD in that team fight. Well, Batrider now, he's got the gem for the Radiant team. So both teams do have a gem for some map control of their own. As things stand though, Weaver, Daedalus completed. Heart of Taras comes up at the same time, so Spectre, he's looking a lot better as far as where he stands in this game. He needed this, and the problem is now this comes at the cost of his buyback. So if he goes down, well, it's all over for LGD, I feel, but he has not died in such a long time. He's been sitting on these 6 deaths for quite a while now. ZSMJ going to lead the charge down mid lane. Not only does he finish the Daedalus, he has Aegis and buyback. He's got 3 lives if he needs it. LGD do not want to throw too much at him because he's always going to respawn or have a potential buyback. If he saves the time lapse, he can buy back time lapse in. And HGT going to just play things safe for now. They're actually going to smoke up. This is them making a move. They want this tier 2 mid tower maybe. This is deniable, but for now LGD have just kept it alive. I'm sure they've realized it's deniable, but are just thinking. They want to have it just as a place to reinforce. Like if there's a fight, they're pushing and there's a fight like over here and someone dies and needs to buy back. Having this tower to TP to means you just get back to the fight that much faster. You TP out, you're walking from here rather than walking all the way from base from the tier 3 tower. So it's just a bit of a strategic thing that they don't deny this tier 2 mid tower. Top lane, ZSMJ hit level 23. Well, it's really a big stalemate here. We're 45 minutes in. HGT have to carry Weaver, but now Spectre. Okay, no, he hasn't caught up. He's still 5k net worth behind, but he's still up there. And the thing is, he's got 3 cores or more farm than the Puck as well as the Centaur. Talk about Centaur needing a BKB. It's not coming anytime soon. He did get the pipe for the team, but I think he needs to get a BKB after this and get one as soon as possible. This is, man, gonna watch those familiars. Batrider's actually maybe trying to use him at bait. He's gonna catch an XCT, gets stunned up. He gets hexed as well. Oh no, Lin's dead. The Ice Blast will finish him off. Batrider, does he have a buyback? He's short about 100 gold. Now Weaver goes in with the BKB, trying to focus down. What's he gonna keep the Centaur alive? The Centaur's staying just barely. Soul Assumption will finish him off. Tusker now goes down to the Spectre. Gets a Walrus Punch off as a last Death Wish here, but that was just on a Manta Illusion, so it's a 2-for-1 trade. They lose the Batrider. It was a nice kill on the Batrider. They got vision of him and immediately hexed him, but oh my god, you know what it was? This ward. This dire ward helped kill. That ward was so clutch. It gave vision of the Batrider, and Batrider got hexed up and focused down. That was bloody nice, but unfortunately, even with the vision they got from that, HGT still lose the fight. Weaver's going to come and kill the Sankey. He wants more. He wants Yao. His damage output's... Oh, Ice Blast. He's going to avoid this one. He's going to get clipped by it. Oh, no, he doesn't. He clips Rapier as well as some of his teammates here. Blink out from the Puck. If that hits the Darks here, maybe Weaver thinks about getting a kill here. Weaver's still nearby. Who's he actually going to go on here? Does have to be a little bit careful. He's still got the Aegis. I'm a bit surprised he's playing so defensively. These 3 heroes, like, sure, they can do decent damage, but they've got no lockdown for him. He can at least look to maybe go on the Visage, even the Darks here, but ZSMJ wants to play it as safe as possible. That's why. His Aegis was about to expire. Okay, fair enough. If he knew he had like a good minute left on the Aegis, I think he would have fought there, because those 3 heroes cannot lock him down. Without Sanking, without Batrider, I don't see this Weaver dying. I like that HGT reacting to the Bat Rider pick, using wards like these cliff wards up here. And pushes ever come bottom, there's similar spots you can use at the bottom lane. All along these cliffs here, as much as possible. Try and get just whatever vision you can. Some spots work better than others. Some spots don't work at all. It's something you almost have to experiment with a lot and practice. Rabbit now. He's got himself up to buyback. That's a big thing, which was a bit of a worry for LG when he first purchased the Heart of Terras. Not having that buyback, but now he's got the buyback money. So if he dies, and he hasn't used Haunts especially, he comes right back into a fight. And killing this guy twice can be a big, big ask. Oh, Weaver. Picks up a Demon Edge. It looks like we'll see an MKB out of him. Would you... No, you don't go Rapier. Surely you don't. I mean, ZSMJ's staying alive in these fights, but I don't think they need a Rapier. They're not that much on the back foot. I feel like they're in an okay position here. Here comes Bat Rider. He's Fireflied up. He's looking to find someone. He's going to find Pretty Whore in just a second. There's good lasso. No Hex coming just yet. Familiars are there as well. BKB being used by Yao. For that vacuum, he's going to get a vacuum wall. Catches out 3. The chase is on. Gets a Shiver's Guard up, but he does end up going down. And it looks like Weaver going to finish off DDC as well. Now ZSMJ just gets a time lapse away from the Sand King. That keeps him alive. Kaka now in trouble. Phase shift. Is he going to orb himself out? Does do so. Blinks to the low ground as well. Weaver not really looking to re-engage just yet. This Darkseer wall zoning away HGT, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Yeah, no kills coming at really at all. Buck now needs to maybe get himself out of there. He's looking for a Lincoln Sphere pick up, but for now happy to just have buyback as he throws an orb up. He's looking to de-ward and just get some vision using that, but not going to find anything. Bat Rider's still in the chase. He's got lasso in 5 seconds. As the illusion rune does get denied by the familiars.
Is under attack.
Oh, Bat Rider, you be careful. Weaver comes in and, oh, that's 2. Geminites 1 and then crits the other. This little beetle. Nom 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 nom. Oh, that was very entertaining. I don't know why that was something. Watching a beetle just nom itself on a little gargoyle. Something about that. And so the T2 tower now. This has been in deny range for so long. It finally gets brought down for HGT. It was worth keeping up for that long. What's Weaver thinking? It goes MKB. For more damage output here. This will deter any potential evasion. Like, Spectre hasn't picked up evasion yet, but his next logical item pickup is a butterfly, I would say. Against a Weaver especially, but now that Weaver has the MKB, he says, screw that, I'm getting Diffusal. I don't know if he would have gone Diffusal anyways. I think if he knew Weaver wasn't going MKB, he may have got Butterfly here. But once he sees the MKB, it's not worth getting Butterfly. And what a fast Roshan respawn.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
He lost the Aegis just a couple minutes ago. This must have been an incredibly fast Rosh respawn. And Weaver now with an Aegis once again. He's maxed out. BKB down to 4 seconds, so we may see a repurchase of that BKB for ZSMJ. This game's still anyone's. 51 minutes in. No, 49 minutes in. I'm not sure I got 51. 2k gold lead. 0 experience. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Been very back and forth between the two teams. LGD down 1 game in a best of 3. This is game 2 of a best of 3 between LGD and Hyper Glory team. I keep wanting to say hard to get together. Puck now picks up a Lincoln Sphere with his keys. If he gets focused down, then that means no buyback. I almost wonder if buyback can do more than having a Lincoln. It does prevent the bat with the blink lassos. Like, it's fantastic against that, but you've got to make sure that whoever's closest to the Bat Rider has the Lincolns on him. It's actually really good because Bat Rider doesn't have anything to break the Lincolns except the Force Staff, but he needs the Force Staff to escape. He blinks in, lassos, then Force Staffs away. That's your bread and butter Bat Rider play, and that's the problem where if you're using the Force Staff to break the Lincolns, it's not going to work. And if HGT position correctly, like, they can have Pretty Whore and Centaur on the front lines as long as they've got that Lincoln Sphere on them. Because you can cast Lincolns on teammates now, and that's where this could work out well. They're going to de-ward the high ground here, and this is going to make it a lot harder for LGD to push. They've lost that intelligence, the information that ward provides them. They've got another one here just for this push now as well, but I think they realize they've got to back off and back off fast. Fighting into Aegis and Cheese. Probably slightly ill-advised. They do have the Spectre buyback. That's probably the one reason they want to try to take a team fight. They're thinking, Spectre with 2 lives. This could be huge.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, they've put a lasso. This is going to be on the puck, and this is the puck I was talking about. He needs to get this cheese off. Can he actually do so? Still stunned. He gets a phase shift. He can cheese after this. He can also just go for a casual blink up. Pops the cheese immediately. The Bat Rider now on the run. The Centaur taking a lot of damage from the Spectre. Spectre will finish him off. Puck now hexes up Yao, but Yao's A-okay. Centaur bought back after going down. Weaver getting fairly low here. Looks like Puck will take the fall. That's a gem on the ground as well. Puck just could not find his way out of there. They lose 2. They buy back, and they also go through a cheese. Big team fight for LGD, and no real damage actually done by HGT. We were just getting... I don't know, he took a lot of damage somewhere in that fight, and as a result, just could not fight.
Top tower has fallen.
Fighting into the AoE of the Sand King and the Dark Tier at this stage is just proving to be very difficult. Daxia. What's he going to be going next? He's got 4.3k gold. Familiar's just being eaten up by this Weaver. He just tears through him. It looks like... Whoa, another lasso. Catches out XTT. Spectre's there to follow as well. XTT will be going down. He just bought back as well. The Ice Blast may finish off the Bat Rider. No, it's not going to do enough damage here. They've lost Darkster in the process, and now they're going to be a nice Ice Shards. That's going to block off the retreat for Rabbit. Rabbit should go down, and he's got no Haunt. Even if he buys back, I don't think he wants to because of that. The gem going to be lost by the Sand King. He gets brought down, so triple kill for ZSMJ. Lin will escape. Weaver not going to catch up in time. The Ice Shard's not going to scatter anyone in the trees, and it's a good hold there. They did lose the Centaur for a second time, but it's a hold nonetheless, and HGT gets some big kills there, including one on the Spectre. They do a buyback, but importantly, Weaver still has Aegis. Not to mention 7. This is where you definitely rebuy BKB, I feel. Like, that to me is, without a doubt, you want that 10-second BKB in a team fight. In this game, still very much so in the balance. Look at supports this game, whatever they can to try and tip that balance in their favor. DDC with a Vlad. You get some bonus armor, you get bonus damage. At this stage, percent-based bonus damage is obviously really nice. 15% bonus damage, 16% lifesteal. So like, even the Spectre, he's actually going to be lifestealing a little bit. Like, he's not known for his actual his huge right-click damage. He's more for tanking up and doing damage through dispersion. But at this stage,
Illusion.
the Spectre is to be feared. That little bit of lifesteal could keep him alive just a little longer, allow him to man-fight ZSMJ. Speaking of ZSMJ, he's just slowly pushing a tier 2. I think he realizes that it's a little bit dangerous if he dies twice. He's going to look in for one more Gemini, and then he'll back off. Shikuchi away. Actually, Shikuchi's forward. That's manly, ZSMJ. Be careful, there's a Bat Rider nearby. And I'm not going to go in. He actually blinked backward. ZSMJ's... He's going ham. He's just fighting. He's got this Aegis. He's like, look, what are you guys going to do about this? He's completely on his own. He's on an island. His teammates are nowhere near him. But he feels very safe. I think... Okay, there's a new gem. I was about to say, if there's no gem on this Radiant side, like, this is somewhat justified, but there is a gem up on the Bat Rider. So if they got in with some lockdown from a Sand King Bat Rider and managed to hold on to a lasso for when he respawns from Aegis, they could have killed him twice, but that's a big ass. That's a big hit. 54 minutes in, and we've had quite a few kills here. This is not your traditional Chinese farm Dota. Both teams taking big team fights. 32 kills to 27. I need to work on my reading today. I was like reading, if it was 49 minutes, I said 51. Now I say it's 34 when it's 32. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. The Aegis will be reclaimed fairly soon. And we're going to buy a Butterfly. This is to replace the Aegis, I imagine. They're not going to rebuy his BKB, but he'll have a Butterfly. At least until the next Roshan respawn. And we'll have to see if he even takes the next Aegis, because he's going to be 6-slotted. He won't actually have space for this next Aegis. Unless he temporarily drops an item, which you can definitely do. Having 2 lives is probably better than having a Lincoln Sphere end of the day. And so we will see the Butterfly come on in, replace the Aegis, picks up a double damage ring now. Let's see how long this next Roshan respawn will be. We'll find out soon enough. And Rabbit, similar story for him. He's running out of item slots. He's got 6k gold. Has he actually purchased anything? He's got this TP scroll which can be replaced. Not sure you want the Butterfly at this stage, so I don't know. What do you get as a final item for Spectre? Do you go MKB now for the evasion on the Weaver? The problem is Spectre's not getting that many right clicks off on the Weaver, because Weaver has that high mobility from Shikuchi and just kites Spectre around. He's doing most of his damage through like the Radiance and Dispersion, so I'm not entirely sure what your last item will be. It's got your core items, your Manta, Heart, Radiance, Diffusal. I mean, Butterfly, I think, is your best bet. Halberd, maybe? Like, well, I guess the evasion's not going to matter, but the disarm could be nice on the Weaver. He's got... Okay, Weaver rebuys his BKB. Okay, I was about to say, that's needed to happen as well. So he's going to have a 10-second BKB now. And here come more hexes. Darkseid picks up a hex as well for this Radiant team. The no boots Weaver. This is the thing with Weaver. His 6 slot is more scary than most heroes' 6 slots. He sells his trades to get that extra item slot, and he is a beast in these late game fights. Who needs boots? Spectre now, 7k gold on himself. Batrider's looking for a pick off here, not going to find anything as HGT, they're huddled up in their own base. The Roshan timer will come out soon, and that's going to probably decide a lot of when we see the next aggression from either team here. Just waiting on the high ground here. Batrider finds nothing. I think HGT realized they don't want to take a team fight where Batrider gets an initiation, because that's where Batrider initiates. You've got the Darkseer to follow up, and Spectre who can suicide him with a buyback. That's a big worrying sight. The one item I can think of that's not... It's very bizarre for Spectre, but maybe okay as a refresher. Getting 2 horns. Like, if you buy... Even just to, like, have it base. Because if you buy back and your horn's on cooldown, you want to get back to a fight, you need a horn. He probably gets boots of travel. Like, I think that's probably a start. You get your boots of travel, but then you have that item slot. Evasion's not going to help against this Weaver. I'm not sure what we may see. Daedalus is always possible. I think... What might be your best bet, as far as damage output goes, is Mjolnir. You look at Dispersion doing a lot of damage, you put a Mjolnir on yourself, that AoE damage is going to be huge. I think Mjolnir may be your best bet as far as the 6 item for Spectre goes. It's not something you think of as a conventional Spectre item, but I think it may be what allows him to just get that bit tankier. If you want to go, well, not tankier, but just a bit more damage up. If you want tankiness, you go BKB. BKB is always solid. BKB is just like a all-around good item, but he could buy a BKB now and still buy back. He hasn't done so. ZSMJ are going to march down this bottom lane. 38k net worth. He's 10k net worth ahead of Spectre. ZSMJ got his back, the Farm Lord. 572 last hits on Weaver right now. That's impressive. This guy never disappeared. He still knows how to farm, I'll tell you that. Batrider's going in, looking for a lasso. ZSMJ, he's just going to right-click down Lin. Lin, what are you doing, man? You can't kill this Weaver. Not going to happen here. It looks like they're going to blow up the Darkseer as well. Epicenter goes in, but this is just DD retreating. Batrider bought back. Darkseer does not have a buyback. He bought this Hex and did nothing. What a bad engagement for LGD. Was the lasso, I think, broken on the Lincoln? I think the Lincoln stopped it. I don't know. Maybe... Kaka even his team's Lincolning ZSMJ. ZSMJ has double Lincolns. And I think that threw off the Batrider. He saw the Lincolns break, but there was a second Lincolns there, and that just ended his day. DD going to go in with the Blink Burrow Strike. ZSMJ needs to be careful. He's not... Oh, he's going to get the time lapse off. Just barely. Keeps himself alive with that. Now Spectre in trouble. Gets Walrus Punch into the air. They're going to lose pretty hard on the Tusker. Now the retreat's on. Have they got a Stampede? Doesn't look like it. Lin's on the front lines with a lasso in 5 seconds. They're going to lose. Weaver here. Weaver may buy back. No time lapse, so he's going to buy back anyways. Can he TP back in? No, he's got no boots of travel. He's got absolutely nothing. Puck now on the retreat. Spectre going to try to chase him down. He jaunts. He phase shifts. Bling. Ooh, nope, no blink. He's looking like a dead Puck. He's going to drop a gem. That's a team wipe. Going LGD's way. Ultra kill for Rabbit. He didn't even have to buy. Oh, he did buy back. He died, bought back. Comes back in and cleans up. ZSMJ stays alive a long time, but once that BKB's on cooldown, they deal with him well enough. That looks so bad for LGD. The Darkseer wasn't even in that fight. He only just respawns now. They did that 4v5. The big problem for HGT is they've got too many heroes who don't offer much in these late game team fights. Tusker, fairly low impact. Even this Centaur is not having the highest impact in these fights. He can now buy a BKB if he wants to. Which I feel the BKB is going to matter more than having buyback. At the same time, well, we'll have to see if he can respawn. If he respawns before he needs a buyback, then yeah. And I don't think he's going to buy back now. It's 10 seconds away. They've got Glyph. Spectre buys a Butterfly, which is more about the attack speed and the armor. And the pushing power you can get from this one. Because Weaver does have the MKB, and there's a buyback from the Puck. So with that, the retreat is on. Centaur respawns. Hasn't bought his BKB. I think he just buys it. You cannot win the game with... Well, maybe you can win the game with buybacks. Who knows? We'll see soon enough. No Raxons have gone down. We're 61 minutes in, and first tier 3 tower has dropped in the mid lane. Where is Roshan? Oh, nowhere. No Roshan. They had Aegis. What am I talking about? That was last fight. I'm getting confused. Rabbit now. There's a Blink Lasso. XTT. He's going to get gripped up. That's a dead Centaur. This is where I guess having buyback does matter. He buys back, doesn't have a Stampede, needs a Vacuum Wall. F-Piece into the AoE's there, but HGT staying alive just barely. Tusk will be the next to go down. Weaver now on the high ground. He wants Rabbit. This is Rabbit without a buyback. He's stuck on this little cliff, but that's working to his advantage. It's keeping him alive. Spectre's still alive and kicking. Is he going to survive the Ice Blast? It looks like he will. Weaver gets a kill. Rabbit, he's not going to proc over. The Ice Blast not killing him off. That cliff saves his life. If ZSMJ had vision up here, it's a dead Spectre and it's possibly GG because Spectre has no buyback. Spectre just barely keeping himself in this game. The entire HGT team once again is alive now. This game's still anyone's to take. 62 minutes in. This is just game 2 of a best of 3. So if LGD win this, we're going to a game 3 decider. Oh man, I don't know. We're not expecting to have to cast this long and hard as far as this series go, because we've got a best of 1 for ECL coming up later on. I think that starts in about 1.5 hours time. So if we get another long game 3, there may be some overlap, which hopefully doesn't happen. I'm not sure what will happen with ECL. Being a different tournament may just start, and I don't want to miss any of these games, but there may be some overlap which could cause some problems. Well, Weaver still going big here. What is he actually? He can buy a refresher to have, like, if he has to buy back, like, let's say, like, that fight bottom lane where he died, if he has a refresh, he can refresh, he can come back, refresh, and time-lapse, theoretically. He can also refresh his BKB. So, in theory, a 7th item refresher is not too bad for ZSMJ. Because the problem is right now, if he buys back, he has no TP in. If he's used time-lapse. But if you use refresher, you've got time-lapse, you can time-lapse back into the fight. Alternatively, you can, if like the other team's pushing at your base and you need to buy back and your BKB's on cooldown, you have that refresher to refresh your BKB. So I think a 7th item refresher, this is like once he gets like 10k gold. Like right now, buyback. Even with it on cooldown, he wants to just have that money there. Make sure he's playing it as safe as possible. How much does refresher cost? It's like around the 6.2k mark. Oh, 5.2. So you could buy one now, but he wouldn't have buyback. At the same time, he's not going to have buyback anyways for a minute and a half, but he'll play it safe. I don't know if that's... He may just be thinking, let's get a new BKB. Sure, he's on 8 seconds now, but once this gets down to 6-7 seconds, he may want to have the money to buy another BKB. What a game that we're seeing here. 64 minutes, and it's a stalemate, as far as I can tell. 1k gold lead HGT's way. 5k experience lead. These numbers do not matter at all, and this is what matters. 10 buybacks, all not available. Not a single hero has buyback right now. Weaver, Spectre, both on cooldown for 1 minute. Almost matching each other. Puck and Centaur, 2 and a bit minutes. Tusker, 3 minutes. Most of these buyback cooldowns on the dire side. The Barrows is about to come back up. And the big thing is here, there's no buybacks. There's also no Roshan. Weaver goes big. He gets Divine Rapier, sells his Lincoln Sphere. I think HGT decide, we can't do this. We need more damage output. Our Weavers. He's gone ham. I love this. I think at this point you may even buy a new BKB. I guess buyback is still good. Like, even if you drop your Divine Rapier. Even if you drop the Divine Rapier, you can buy back, and he's still got 5 big items. Like, he can still fight even without this Divine Rapier. And if you get someone low with your team, if he gets Focus Fired down and, like, drops a Rapier, he could theoretically buy back, time-lapse in, maybe even re-pick up the Rapier. Who knows what would happen. Depends on what his team, where his team are and how healthy and how much they can offer in a team fight. Well, this is not... Well, the old ZSMJ used to go Divine Rapiers on Medusa. That was about it. But apart from that, he was your safe, conservative carry. Here he is, taking a chance, 65 minutes in the game. Divine Rapier on Weaver. He is going to just tear fools apart if LGD aren't careful. And LGD are going for this push. Spectre, buyback, back up. That's what they were waiting for. They'll bring down this range rack. That's... For HGT, they just don't really care. It's not even going to go down, but even if it does go down, HGT do not care at all. This Rapier has been spotted. Had more than enough opportunities to see it on him. Rabbit, though, he's still just manning out the front line. One thing you may want to do is get the boot to travel. The reason this is nice is it just allows... He can use Haunt in the actual initial team fight. As it stands right now... Well, I guess you could buy back and get the boot to travel. If he needs to use Haunt... Because there's opportunities where you may want to use Haunt in a team fight. It can stop a blink from Centaur. If you're waiting to die before you Haunt back in... it means you just don't have that ability to stop these blinks. And here we go. HGT Centaur, he gets revealed from the high ground. Batrider was up there, positioned so that he can see the smoke come out. One smoke unsuccessful. Raptor's going to go down here. It looks like, oh, Rabbit. He's on the front lane. He needs to be a bit careful. Pretty Horde does not want to go anywhere near him, though. And this is going to be both Raptors mid lane. As said, though, HGT do not really care about these mid Raptors. They're going to throw a Stampede out. There's initiation on the mid lane. Oh, hey, Ultimate going to catch up too. DDC looks like he's going to go down. The Vision's going to be taking out the fight. The snowball in from the Tusky gets the Walrus punch. That's Batrider dead as well. DD still barely alive. Throws one last soul sumption. Pretty Horde still alive and kicking. And Weaver looks like he brought down one. He wants the Darks in as well. The Hex will go out. ZSMJ still alive, though. No Familiar Sons for the time being. ZSMJ needs to be careful. He's used time lapse already. He's going to just focus his attention on some Familiars. And Spectre on the run. Do these heroes have buybacks? No, sir, they do not.
Radiant's top tower
0
is under
buybacks
attack.
between those three.
Dire's
Sure, they've still got
middle
Spectre and
barracks are
Darkseer alive,
under
the two
attack.
big main heroes. Darkseer, he's going to have buyback in a second. He'll probably have it before any sort of a push comes. We'll see what ZSMJ looks to do here. He has no TP as the main problem. He can't actually push with his team unless he drops something to buy Boots of Travel. I'm not sure what his plan's going to be, and it looks like he's... Oh, he... Boots of Travel? Yeah, he's going to ferry his BKB to bottom lane, probably. This is just like a convenience thing, yeah. He needs that BKB for these fights, I feel. And that's what he's doing. He's going to TP out. There's Roshan up. That's why he wants to TP out a little bit faster. Do you take the Aegis instead of the Boots of Travel? He needs a BKB. I don't know what... Maybe... I think he's going to take BKB.
Roshan has
Aegis
fallen to the
goes
dire.
to Puck. Centaur with keys. Okay. Oh, 68 minutes in. They killed three heroes, none of which have buyback, and they don't push, though. Just not knowing the Spectre's still alive with 2 lives was just too risky of a proposition for him. Well, it's the 7-slotted Weaver now. He has that Boots of Travel on a courier. Almost worth buying a second courier. Because this courier is probably going to follow around the fight as much as possible with these Boots of Travel. He can use the BKB, drop the BKB, and then pick up the Boots of Travel. The other thing he may want soon is a fresh new BKB. This one down to 7 seconds, which is still nice, but hey, it's no 10-second BKB. It's like that fresh pair of socks. Everyone loves wearing the socks for the first time. If I was a billionaire, I would wear a fresh pair of socks every day of my life. That would be my ultimate goal. Like, that would be like every fight you go into as a Weaver, you would have a 10-second BKB. You use a BKB once, it's like, okay, buy a new BKB. That's the billionaire lifestyle. I'm surprised people like, I don't know, Bill Gates don't do that. Imagine wearing a fresh pair of socks every day of your life. Like, that would be the best feeling ever. Well, 69 minutes in. Game on. 4K gold on ZSMJ. Apparently the world record for longest game was broken again tomorrow. A 2-hour plus game. I don't think this is getting there. I just don't see that happening. One way or another, this game should end. Casual BKB on the ground. That's Weaver's old BKB. He's like, look, this is like a 9-second BKB. It's not worth holding on to. Oh, well. Rabbit now. Down the mid lane he wants to go. ZSMJ, lasso out just yet. The Stampede there as well. ZSMJ pops the BKB. He wants to go in. The vacuum, the wall not quite on point. Doesn't catch out the only Weaver. They're going to lose the Barrier. Sand King comes next. 2 heroes dead. Puck's the only one taking any damage here, but he's got the Aegis if he goes down. There's going to be a snowball into the low ground. Rabbit gets stunned up. They want to maybe try and kill him. Blink hoofs him on the DDC. Where's this Weaver? Oh, it's the Puck. He goes in. He kills the Spectre. 2 minutes on the sidelines. Triple kill for ZSMJ. Spectre going to have a buyback, and he's going to have to use it. None of these other heroes I don't have a buyback. Darkseer does, but he's used his wall. The wall was okay, but the problem is he couldn't vacuum the Weaver in. The Weaver in BKB form. That 7-second BKB was good enough. Spectre going to buy a BKB of his own. And this is it. This is a hold that has to hold. He's got the haunt, but it's 2v5. Weaver, ZSMJ may have just gone huge this game. The Divine Rapier purchase, it looks like it's going to pay off. They haven't got Raxes yet. I mean, at 71 minutes, you're not thinking Raxes, you're thinking Throne.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tier 3 tower just melts to the damage of ZSMJ. 3 minutes on this Aegis. This Puck, he stayed alive that fight somehow, some way. He was got very low and then didn't even have to use the Aegis, and that's pretty big. It means he still has it for this fight here. They're going to swing bottom lane. They're waiting for the Sanking. Sanking who does have Epicenter, but I feel like more than the Epicenter, they need the Burrow Strike. The AoE stun to hit 3-4 heroes, if possible. They've got to mount a defense to this top lane. Sanking, it's all on you. DD, we saw him do it against DK the other game. He's going to go into BKB Burrow Strike. Doesn't follow up with an Epicenter. Now he's going to start channeling it here. A lot of damage going out. Looks like this AA on the back lines. He's taking a lot of damage from the Epicenter. The Epicenter not going to bring down anyone yet. The BKBs from the Centaur. The Weaver. Keep them alive. Puck finally goes down. AA goes down as well. The Darkseer is going to immediately buy back. XTT now on the run, taking a lot of damage here. The Spectre's still alive. That's the one glimmer of hope for LGD. The lasso comes out on the Centaur. He's now going to be brought down as well. It looks like gets one last hoof stomp up before the Chain Sun's coming from the Familiars. Double kill for Lin on the Bat Rider. And the retreat is on. Weaver says, get me out of here. I've got a Divine Rapier. My BKB's on cooldown. Speaking of BKB, it's time for that fresh pair of socks. ZSMJ, man, these socks are all crusty and getting old. You need some new ones. Casual cloak. I love these, like, cloak lying on the ground. BKB lying on the ground. Like, who needs these items? ZSMJ. Fresh new BKB. Let's go. Come on, man. Like, what are you thinking? You do not want this scummy 5-second BKB. No, don't do it. No. Why? Why would you take it? Oh, come on. The other thing he can do is buy a new Divine Rapier for in case he dies. If he dies and has to buy back, he'll lose his Divine Rapier, and that's where the courier's going. It's been spotted, though. Uh-oh.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Buy a new courier ASAP. Buy a new courier, send it to the secret shop. You need to be able to get a new Divine Rapier if ZSMJ dies. He wants that second Divine Rapier. I'm pretty sure that's what courier was doing there, buying a new Divine Rapier. I don't think there's no other items they need. It's only ZSMJ with money. Guys, buy a new courier. You need Rapier. It's like a backup Rapier in case you die. He's not going to carry 2 Rapiers. It's like, well, maybe he does. Maybe he drops a Desolator. Like, the Desolator at this point is actually not that much damage output when all these heroes have such high armor. But you can have a backup Rapier waiting for you at base in case you die. And there we go. The double courier. They had to do it. They want it waiting for them at base. Oh, he sells it. 2 Rapiers. Let's go. 3 Rapiers. Can he do it? No, he's not going to do it. Oh, the courier's not even needed for the next Rapier, but Divine Rapiers galore. ZSMJ says, I can't even hold all these Rapiers. 4 legs. Well, he's got one Rapier for 2 of the legs, and a Butterfly and an MKB for the other 2. This is it, boys and girls. 4 Raxes is not GG, though. That's the other thing. HGT couldn't get the top Raxes, couldn't get the Mega Creeps. Similarly, they didn't go for the throne. They could have just... Forget the mid-Raxes, go straight for the throne. And with all the LGD heroes on the sidelines, maybe it would have worked, but they took the safer route. And there we go. Weaver gets himself a fresh pair of socks. It's coming out. Man, his feet are going to be enjoying these. Here we go. Looks like LGD. They want to fight, and this BKB has not arrived just yet. Weaver, careful. I like ZSMJ. He's always saving for buyback. Even though he's got Divine Rapiers, which he'll lose, in theory, he could pick them back up if his teammates save them, or even just time lapse back in and keep on fighting. Main problem is he'll only have, what, Butterfly, Daedalus, MKB when he respawns. Which is still not bad. Like, it's still okay damage output as far as killing supports go, but as far as killing Spectre goes, no chance. The top lane push is coming out. LGD. What's the game plan here? They've tried to use these Bat Rider, like, over the trees ganks, and I don't think they're going to work. Ice Vortex is scouted out. Frozen Sigil scouts it out. Not to mention some sneaky Observer wards have been scouting out as well. Speaking of obs, the Dire team are like, we don't even need wards. Who buys wards in the late game? They've got wards available, but they're not buying them. BKB, Bat Rider, he wants to get a lasso. He's going to 4-star forward. He just melts! Divine Rapier Weaver just crushes him. Immediate buyback coming in as well. Big mistake from Lin. He's thrown this game. I don't know. What are you thinking, man? They force a buyback and HGT to say that. We'll back off for now. Do they wait, Rosh? Rosh could be up anytime in the next 30 seconds to 3 minutes. Looks like they don't care. No one even scouting out. They've got 2 couriers, so They could always just position one directly over. Look at this. BKB. Boots of travel. Where's that old... Oh, what? It's been recovered. Where'd that BKB go? I think maybe LGD found it and denied it, is my guess. Oh, that's sad. 76 minutes in. And hearts get together. I'm gonna call them hearts get together. they've stolen my heart this game. Was ZSMJ playing carry again? He's won over my heart many times over the last 10 years of Dota. This guy is a true veteran of the Dota scene. And this is taking on his former team, the team where he became famous and well known as the big carry player, the best carry player in the world, ZSMJ. No longer his title right now, but see Roshan not respawning just yet. It's still a fairly fast respawn. Spectre gonna be careful. Batrider cannot go initiating. He hasn't got buyback. That's a big thing here. He'd love to be the one initiating, but unless he knows 100% he's got a blink lasso, he's gonna be so careful. Because he's got no buyback. He cannot afford to go suiciding in again. And can LGD be the ones getting Rosh? They push out the lanes. If they see Roshan respawn, they may go for it themselves. It's going to respawn any second now. What's the plan here, LGD? What's the plan? ZSMJ. Oh, that 9-second BKB. Feels so good. Roshan now. It's LGD. They're in the pit. They want the Aegis for themselves. I think it's the Batrider who wants an Aegis here, because he's going down so quickly in these fights. They get scattered up by the Sigil. Hey, Ice Blast going to go as well. LGD, retreat. This 77-minute Roshan is so damn tanky. So hard to bring down. The chase is now on. The BKB center on the front lines. He's used Stampede already. Not going to catch anyone. The Snowball looking to chase down the Visage. Will get the stun here. This will be a dead Visage. The Divine Rapier Weaver destroys him. Now DD stunned up. He doesn't get his BKB up. He got hexed out instead. Oh, ZSMJ still barely alive. He's trapped. He can't move. He finally gets the ability to move now. The BKB going to wear off. He drops the Divine Rapiers. 2 Rapiers on the ground. Where's your Weaver? He needs to buy back. Weaver, you need to come get these Rapiers. Spectre now. Everyone's dropping items. Mech on the ground now as well. Darkseid wants some action here as well. He pops his BKB finally. Tusk going to go chasing. Weaver going to buy back. It looks like he's TPing into the throat. No, that's a TP back from the Visage. He's going to defend those lanes. Weaver's going to make his way down here. It looks like they'll lose Yao as well. The Spectre buying back. These Divine Rapiers are secured. You can take him back, Weaver. They're here. They're waiting for you. Come and get him. Is this 2 here as well, or is this just the 1? I'm not sure where that other one went. 1 Rapier. 2 Rapier. He's still got both Rapiers. They didn't get picked up. Gems. Boots of travel. Mechs. Everything just being dropped. It's a bloody shopping center here in the Radiant Jungle in the bottom river. Take all you want. You want a Rapier? You want a Rapier? You can all have a fucking Rapier. This is just mayhem here. Once again, Rapier's just being tossed around like GG branches. I'm having MLG flashbacks to a Voss just carrying 3 casual Rapiers. GG branches galore. Or in this case, Divine Rapiers. Weaver's back in action. This time, no buyback. He has got a 8-second BKB, though. Spectre has no buyback. He's going to get hexed up. Blink hoofs on to follow, but there's no fall damage. The Burrow Strike's there. XTT. He's on trouble. BKB, Stampede away. The burst damage is... it's close. He gets out of there. They want the Raxes instead. Sankin goes in with the BKB. This Dreamcoat won't stun him if he wants to go in. He can Epicenter, but he has to get rid of this bug. This Weaver Swarm Beetle is preventing the Epicenter coming in. Mega Creep's now there. 79 minutes in. It's still not over just yet. This Weaver has a small window with no buyback. 2 Divine Rapiers on the ground. What comes next? This MJ man playing with fire. I think HGT say, guys, let's calm down. Let's sit at our fountain for how many minutes? Where's Weaver? 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Let's just sit at our fountain. Let's not die without buybacks. That's the only way they can lose. They'll grab they'll grab Roshan. Rapiers. I feel like they would have grabbed Rapiers. They were just going to grab some more Rapiers. Who knows? But it's going to be Aegis picked up by the puck. Cheese on the ground as well. That could be a nice little yummy for the Centaur. Or even the Tusk here. Just being left there. And alright. HGT. Back to the fountain. This needs to become like a prison cell right here. Don't leave this square until you have Weaver with a buyback. That's the only way they lose this game. Is if he dies in the next couple minutes, as I see it. If he dies in the next 3 minutes, maybe they lose. If he stays alive, they're good. Good Weaver. Stay in your little pen. Don't move out. Boots of travel for your Tusk. He says, oh, he's got buyback as well on top of this, so. Well, LGD straight down the middle lane. They realize this is it. They're down Mega Creeps. There's no buyback for Weaver. They've got to win the game and win it now. Oh dear. ZSMJ. It's the billionaire Dota. 7-second BKB, not good enough. He buys a 10-second one. This is what, his 4th, 5th BKB of the game? This MJ, there's BKBs all over the map. There's going to be a blink stun on Rabbit. He could be in some trouble here. Gets himself out of there. He does get his BKB off. This is going to keep him alive just a little bit longer. The right-click damage is so much here. Shiver's Guard just blocking vision of everything. The Spectre getting low, but he's still alive. XCT now on the run. The Epicenter completely off the mark. The Wall of Replica also not doing too much. Weaver gets rid of his BKB. Says, I got boots of travel. I think he should have bought a refresher so we could have 2 BKBs. And oh no, the throne. It's in trouble. Rabbit's forced to TP home. LGD forced to retreat. No one dies that entire fight. What a dud of a team fight. That was an anticlimax. Let's get some more BKBs. This Weaver net worth, I don't know if it includes all these BKBs sitting around on the ground. If it's on the oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. It's like CSMJ's freaking Oprah here. You want a car? You've got a car. You want a car as well? You're all getting a freaking car. Oh my god. What on earth are we watching here? Oh man, here we go. You take those out. You take those out. Those BKBs, man.
Radiant's middle tower.
There's an initiation of mid lane. This Batrider looks like he's going down. Ghost Scepter force up. He needs to stay alive. He has not got BKB. This Batrider lasso is going to be a key thing to keep him in the game. Meme on the backline. ZSMJ goes down. He died. Does he have buyback? He does not. 1 minute without buyback. The throne is vulnerable now. It looks like they want to focus it down. Rabbit says, get off my throne. Get off my lawn. Get out. Get out. Get out. And XTT says, okay, let me out, please. I'll go freely. Don't hurt me. ZSMJ's dead. He's lost the Divine Rapiers. They're sitting around. Who actually takes these? Does Spectre take them? Does Visage go carry mode? Let's do it. He says I'll take one of those. Oh my god, this game is still not over. They push out. This Weaver will be respawning in 90 seconds. He can buy. Oh, he can't buy back. Where was the BKB CSMJ? Oh my god, this rated throne is still alive somehow. 43 kills to 47. Not that matters at all. Visage with 1 rapier, where's the other? Sanking with a rapier. Oh my god, Sanking and Visage, the 2 supports both with rapiers right now. The problem is LGD can't really push while Weaver's dead. He's going to be coming back soon. At the same time, this Weaver's got no damage. What does he do? Equip 3 BKBs? Like, let's drop my boots of travel. I got triple BKB, guys. This is where, instead of getting 4 BKBs, he could have had a backup Divine Rapier waiting for him at base. I don't know what happens now with this game. Can HGT actually win the game with Weaver having no items? He's got no damage now without these rapiers. There's gonna be... Oh, DD. No. He gave back a rapier. It's gonna sit there. Weaver wants it. Go get it. Daxia. It's just sitting here. It's sitting here waiting. They want to leave it there for the Weaver. They're thinking Weaver's going to respawn and we can get this rapier. No. Someone, please. It's just scouted out. Oh no, they're not going to get it. Ugh. Divine Rapier's just chilling all over the map. Boots of travel, gem. This puck... What? I'm about to say, okay, so he's going to sell the tread to get boots of travel. I thought he already had boots of travel. I guess this is a new pickup. Oh my gosh. Okay... S is like, let's just check this rapier still here. Phew! Don't touch. Hands off. Hands off. Stay away. Leave it for the Weaver. This Weaver, I can't get over it. Zia's NJ, you are a legend. 800 plus unit kills. This is flashbacks to SMM 2009. Or 2010, wherever it was, the PL. Let's like farm some more relics. Let's just do it all over again. Oh, we'll see if LGD can protect their throne now, but it's still not over. The problem is there will be a buy. Oh no, there's no buyback. He's short gold. He needs like 1k plus. Forget net worth. Let's look at the buybacks. 1k gold before he has a buyback. Oh, why is this game still going on? I don't even know. 86 minutes. HGT, unable to end the game. Refresher Spectre, yes! I love it. He's going to have Refresher. 2 ultis, 2 mantas. In theory, he can double BKB. I think he should try double, like, BKB, then put the refresher on him. I guess it takes a bit of micro in a team fight, but the Spectre says, I gotta go big. He doesn't even have buyback. The problem is, if you buy back, your throne's dead. The time you die, you have to buy back and get back to defend. Your throne's already dead. This Weaver is gonna melt your throne so fast. And that's where he's like, well, there's no point having buyback. Buyback is, it's loser talk. 86 minutes in. I think HGT are gonna wait Roche. Not to mention the buyback on Weaver.
Behold.
Well, if they get a buyback on Weaver, if they get Roshan, it gets a whole lot easier, but LGD are not giving up without a fight. That's for sure right now. Oh. What next? What other mysteries and surprises does this game have for us? ZSMJ, what do you do now? He's got that 9-second BKB ban. You can't have that. You need a new one. Get that 10 seconds back up. He's a collector at this point. HGT are just item collectors. Triple BKB, double gems. What more do you need? This Puck's got an item slot. I guess buyback, but you can almost be thinking, get another Divine Rapier. I guess he wants to go refresher. Get double hexes in the fight. Maybe a BKB, not a bad option as well, but Rabbit at the top lane. If he gets picked up outside the base, that's where having buyback does matter. And he, oh no, Rabbit, stay alive, please. He's still alive, just barely. Pops the first haunt. He's going to refresh this one. This is double haunt. It's doing nothing. Huh? Rabbit? That was a good use. what the refresher? It scared HGT away, I guess, but the good news is he stayed alive. End of the day, I think a BKB would have helped him a whole lot more. That was the least anticlimactic refresher I think I've ever seen. This item, leave it. Do not pick that refresher back up. Leave it at base. If you need to refresh your BKB, use it. Otherwise, leave it at base. That... it did literally no damage. HGT were all like, we take no damage, guys. Literally nothing. Alright, we hit 89 minutes in a second. The problem is, the record that first departure in Everlast set at 100 minutes and 8 seconds has been smashed. A 2-hour game was played yesterday in the Fragbite Masters, so I don't think this game goes 2 hours. We still got to get another 30 minutes to get there. And the problem is this throne is exposed, so for LGD to defend this throne for 30 minutes would be incredible. Puck. I want to blink his way out of here. They've got Roshan in 15 seconds. If they wanted to wait for that Roshan, it's now here. They're not going for it. I mean, it's not so much for the Weaver. It's for heroes like Centaur, heroes like Puck who can have an Aegis. I mean, Puck's got an empty item slot even. You may as well get the Aegis, I guess. BKB, we're going to see ZSMJ look to go in. He wants the Batrider. Batrider's still alive. Where's that crit? He's got Ghost Scepter's the last hit. He keeps himself alive with that. DDC not taking a lot of damage. He's Ghost Sceptered up. Puck gonna orbit his way through. Now the main fight going down. SK. No epicenter for you. He needs to cast this. Needs some slow as well there. We damage the throne's actually taking big damage here now. Looks like no casualties apart from the Visage. Spectre gonna come back, defend the throne, and Weaver now. BKB on cooldown. He's got buyback. Just the one Rapier. Where's that other Rapier gone? Oh, just Puck. He picked it up. Visage drops it and Puck picks it up. Oh dear. What are we seeing here? The throne exposed. There is still a glyph. Sand King, man. You gotta find the epicenter at this point doesn't do that much damage. It's more just about anything any little bit of damage just adding up as much as possible. They're waiting for this Weaver BKB. 18 seconds. Then they maybe just try and commit to the throne. BKB Batrider blinks forward. Oh no! Big mistake from Lin. He's choked in this late game. His late game play has not been as flawless and seamless as his early game play. He was the one who got LGD the good early game start. He was setting up kill after kill, but late game, he's fallen off and made a few mistakes here and there. No BKB for him. Now Weaver's going to look to go in from the side here. Wants the throne. Is he going to get this one? He actually timed that back. There's an AI Ice Blast going in. Centaur with the Stampede initiation. Weaver may just go for the throne. He says, nope, I want to fight this one. Centaur, he's being lassoed up. ZSMJ, BKB onto the throne. They're going to glyph this one. They need to kill ZSMJ here. He's taking a lot of damage here. The Tusk also going to work on the throne. The throne still has tons of HP. ZSMJ's on the run. He can't get the throne. XTT trying to right-click it down. ZSMJ going to come back. Can he do this? He cannot. Drops the rapiers and everything. Throne alive. 1 KHP. LGD are pushing them back. 4 buybacks. They're still focusing the throne. They want Kaka. Kaka's got the divine rapiers. He's still alive. The TP's back in. The throne going down. GG is called. Oh, 91 minutes. LGD, they held on. They were so close. The quadruple buyback. TP's back in. It was not enough from LGD. Holy freaking moly. What a game. What a game. 91 minutes of absolute epic back and forth. That was something special. ZSMJ shows that he still has it as a carry hero. He is still one of the best carries out there, given the chance. And we see LGD 0-2 defeat. Hyper Glory team, they're back, they're big, and ZSMJ is better than ever here, leading his team to a 2-0 victory over LGD China. Guys, hope you enjoyed that game. I need a fresh pair of pants, as well as a fresh pair of socks, of course. And we're going to be coming back with more Dota 2 action coming your way. I believe ECL will be kicking off. We've got a best of one between LGD and Speed Gaming. So LGD, they say 90-minute game. Well, you've got to come back, play a best of one. That game's in like an... Actually, I think it's in like a couple hours maybe. So we may have a bit of a break. We may take the stream offline. I don't know. I'm going to take a quick break, guys. When we come back, we'll have more Dota 2 action coming your way. I'm Gods from Beyond the Summit. If you want to follow me, give me any feedback. Let me know what you thought of the cast. Tweet at me at BTSGods or facebook.com/BTSGods. Send me a message. But for now, guys, I need to catch a breather. And as I said, fresh pair of pants, fresh pair of socks. I'll be right back.